My blood sugar is good before breakfast, or my fasting blood sugar is good, but it is much higher after meals, or it is much higher later in the day. Is there any diabetes medication for that? That will be the topic of this video. I will give you examples so you will better understand what situation I'm talking about. Let's say your fasting blood sugar or your blood sugar before breakfast is between 80 to 120, which is very good. However, your blood sugar after meals are much higher, over 180 most of the time. And you try to reduce carbohydrate in your food, you try to eat healthier, but blood sugar is still over 180 most of the time after meals or later in the day. Basically, in this situation, your blood sugar is very good before breakfast, the fasting numbers is very good, but it is much higher after meals, much higher later in the day, despite your best effort in diet and exercise. Then, what medication can help you? I would like to emphasize here that the list I'm going to show you is not for type 1 diabetes. If you have type 1, most of this medication will not work for you. You will need to take short-acting insulin before meals. This is a table of the medications that can target blood sugar spikes or blood sugar rise after meals. The first column of this table is selectivity. It means how selective it is to reduce blood sugar after meals. I use two green dots to say it is very selective, and very selective means it significantly reduces blood sugar after meals. However, it has minimal effect on blood sugar before breakfast or fasting blood sugar. And one green dot means it is moderately selective. It still can significantly reduce blood sugar after meals. However, it also reduces fasting blood sugar to some extent. So the first class of medication is a short-acting insulin. Here, if there is a brand name, I'll put the generic name inside the brackets. So some examples are Afrezza, which is an inhaled insulin, and Apidra, Fiasp, Humalog, Lumgem, and Novolog. Those are injectable insulin. You take those insulin before each meal, about 30 minutes before each meal, and they can significantly reduce blood sugar after meal or prevent blood sugar spikes after meals without much impact on fasting blood sugar. The second class is meglitinide. Some examples are Prandon and Starlix. Again, you take those medications about 30 minutes before your meals, and they work very well in reducing blood sugar after meals. The third class is short-acting sulfonylurea. One example is glipizide. You take it before the first meal of the day and will help you reducing blood sugar later in the day. However, because it is not so selective, it can also reduce fasting blood sugar to some extent. And the next class is GLP-1 agonist. Some examples are Bydureon, which is a once-a-week injection, Ozempic, once-a-week injection, Rybelsus, once-a-day pill, Trulicity, once-a-week injection, Victoza, once-a-day injection. And again, those medications are moderately selective, which means they can significantly reduce blood sugar after meals, but they will also reduce your fasting blood sugar to some extent. So there is a risk that if your fasting blood sugar is already on the low side, then by taking those not so selective medication, you can get low blood sugar when you wake up. So that will be the danger for taking some medication that is not so selective.